Hi guys and welcome to la Côte d'Azur, the south of France. As some of you might know, I'm half French and I spent a lot of time in this part of the world growing up. So coming back always feels a bit like returning back home. This video isn't a full travel guide, it's more for a quick getaway. So if you're heading to the Riviera for a couple of days and you want to make the most of it, I will show you some of the best spots to check out, all without needing a car. So we are starting off at Saint-Jean Cap-Ferrat. If there's one place that you come to in the south of France, even if you're only here for 2 days, this is the place you need to come to, and I'm going to show you why. My dad used to come here swimming as a kid, and it's easy to see why. These two beaches are calm, clean, and surrounded by classic Riviera scenery. It's one of the most peaceful places along the coast, and there's this understated elegance to it. Honestly, it kind of feels like the backdrop of a James Bond film, but without all of the car crashes and explosions, of course. So right around the corner from the beach itself, you have the coastal pathway, well worth taking a walk. It's about 10-15 minutes, depending on how long you take, but it's well worth it. You've got the smell of pine trees, and the ocean is just stunning to look at. And at the end of the day, we made our way down to the port and grabbed an ice cream and just sat for a while. It's one of those places that everything just slows down in the best way possible. Next up, Nice, one of the classic spots along the French Riviera. And it's got a bit of everything. It's got beaches, food, history, and generally just has that overall summer vibe. We did decide to explore it on 2 different days, and both of them had a totally different feel. On the first day we started in Nice. Wandering through the market stalls and colourful alleyways. It was pretty touristy and busy, but it was still full of charm. If you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. We decided to stop off for lunch and went all in. As it was Jenny's first time in the south of France, we had to do it properly. Starting with some classic escargot and then having some fruits de mer. And I've got to say, both were absolutely delicious. After that, we made our way to La Promenade des Anglais, which runs along the old town. I didn't actually get much footage here, but it's definitely one of those places worth checking out, especially if it's your first time in the south of France. Then, on another day, we came back to explore the newer side of the city, which definitely has a bit more of a local feel to it, but still full of energy. We had a quick look inside the Notre Dame, a big cathedral on Avenue Jean Médecin. It was built in the late 1800s and is the biggest church in Nice, kind of like a local version of the Notre Dame in Paris. We then walked by the nearby food market. For lunch, we stopped off at Le Gambetta, a seafood restaurant that my grandfather really loves. He's local to the area and this is one of his favourite spots, and it's obviously easy to see why. Everything was absolutely delicious and the vibe in there was really cool. It was just overall a really nice way to spend the afternoon with my granddad. Also, just a heads up, if you're coming here in peak season, around the markets and the tram stops, just keep an eye on your stuff. It's a beautiful city, but like any other touristy areas, there are pickpocketers everywhere. Overall, Nice is one of those places that keeps shifting. From old to new, to seasides to city streets, but there is always something worth discovering. Next, we made our way to Cannes, which is worth exploring in its own right. But that wasn't what today was about. Just off the coast of Cannes, there are 2 small islands, and that's where we're heading. Today, the plan is to explore Île Sainte-Marguerite. It's about a 15-minute ferry ride from the port in Cannes, and once you're here, you have the entire day to explore. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The first thing we did was to head up the island to explore the old Fort Royal, which was once a prison, home to the man in the Iron Mask. No one really knows who he was, but he was held there in solitary confinement for over 10 years. And the island itself has a long history. From Roman times to Napoleonic forts. But honestly, the best part about this place is how peaceful and natural it feels. We walked through the pine forest which stretches across the entire island. And I don't know what it is, but the smell of pine trees next to the ocean is probably my favourite smell in the world. So one of the things you can do when you're on the island is come to a little cove like this. That's what people tend to do. Have a picnic and then jump in the ocean because the water here is very clear and very warm. Especially this time of year, it's absolutely perfect. So gonna go for a swim, enjoy some Mediterranean Ocean. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't perfect when we went, but honestly, it didn't really matter. So if you're looking for a day out, kind of away from the crowds, this is probably one of the best places to do it. Especially if you're coming out not during the busy season. After a couple of days of exploring, it was nice to come back to Saint-Laurent-du-Var, where we were staying. Most mornings we started off with a coffee and a croissant in a local cafe down the road. Nothing fancy, but just a really nice place to start the day. And then we'd make our way down to the beachfront strip, where there are loads of restaurants and bars to relax and enjoy the atmosphere. I will say a spot worth checking out is a place called Chez Max down by the water. Jenny went for the moules frites and I had a burger and a big old beer. And honestly, it was just one of those unplanned meals that hit the spot just right. And so, that was just a little escape to the south of France. But the truth is, there is just so much more to explore down here. From little villages tucked away in the hills, to hidden coves along the coast. Next time, I'll show you even more. But for now, I hope this video gives you a taste of what a quick trip to the south of France could look like. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.